When it comes to losing weight, this is the science. You need to figure out your current calorie needs based on your fitness level, your body composition. What you do is you figure out, for an example, say you find out that your body requires roughly 2,500 calories a day at your current level of fitness and activity. If you were to change nothing, your body requires about 2,500 calories to sustain your body size, your current mass, and for your body to sustain life within itself. So we figured that out. So you need 2,500 calories. So say you want to lose 20 pounds. This is what you need to do. You need to create a calorie deficit within your daily diet, a consistent deficit. And what you're going to do, this is how you do it. So if you need 2,500 calories every day to sustain your current physical body, if you want to lose weight, what you're going to do is create a deficit in your diet. You need to burn 3,500 calories to equal 1 pound of body fat. So in this example, let's say if your body requires 2,500 to sustain its current self, if every day you were to consume 2,000 calories but continue the same fitness and activity level that you have now, if you consume 2,000 calories, you're creating a deficit of 500 calories a day. Now think about this. So if you're doing that every single day, then once you get to 7 days or each week, you will have a deficit of a total amount of 3,500 calories. You will burn 1 pound of fat, roughly. I mean, give or take. Bodies work a little bit different, but it all depends. You know, if you figured out your base level and you get that deficit in there, that is the science. That is what's going to happen. What you need to do in your diet is you don't starve yourself and you don't overeat. Too much of a good thing is just as bad as too much of a bad thing. You need to create consistency in your diet, and you also need to continuously keep your body in the mindset that it is always going to have nutrition and always going to be fed. So it goes into crazy fat burning mode. The way you do that is by doing, eating or consuming about 5 meals a day. You do this, usually about 3 meals and 2 snacks. By doing this, eating about every 2 to 3 hours, your body is continuously getting nutrition. So it's going to get in the mind that, awesome, I'm going to be fed all the time, so it's time that I don't need this body fat storage anymore. I'm going to start converting that fat storage into energy. So it's effectively going to start burning the fat that you have. Now, this is a kind of a mythical thing. Fat does not turn into muscle. You can't turn fat into muscle. That doesn't happen. What does happen is when you do resistance training and you mix with cardiovascular training and you create that deficit within your diet, what you are going to do effectively is your muscles are going to build, your metabolic rate is going to increase, therefore your body is going to start burning more calories. And by consistently feeding it about 5 meals a day, it is going to go in a crazy mode where it's just going to start ripping that fat off your body, and it's going to replace, because your muscles are behind the fat, the muscles are going to grow, and you already have a six-pack. Everybody has a six-pack, but the reason you don't have it or you can't see it is because it's behind a layer of fat. What you need to do is create that deficit and eat healthy and clean. You are a product of exactly what you consume. Alright, so if you're out eating McDonald's every day, you're eating tons of sugar, you're eating all kinds of processed, nasty foods, your body in turn is going to replicate that, and that's what you're going to see. Okay? Before I started doing P90X, before I got into my healthy-minded fitness and my healthy lifestyle and eating properly, I would eat any time of the day. My biggest meal was after 12 midnight. I would consume, on average, probably the largest amount of calories in my day. I would consume coffee with tons of sugar and creamer. This was not beyond me at all. 2 things, I'm just going to give you 2 examples. I would go to Walmart, to the deli section. They have kind of homemade pizzas in the cooler. I would get one of those 16-inch pizzas, cook it, and eat this thing all by myself at 3 a.m. and then go to bed. Terrible. That's because now you've got all this food in your system and you're going to bed, so your body is going into a lower metabolic rate because it's slowing down, your heart rate's slowing down, everything is slowing down. So this food is just going to sit within you, and instead of your body taking that time to burn the fat you have stored, it's just going to be burning that food you have within your system, and if you consume too much and not active enough, it's going to turn that into more fat storage. So that's why you don't eat directly before you go to bed. You need to give yourself a consistent level of nutrition coming in, And then, the best idea is to give yourself a good, probably about 2 hours before you go to bed. Don't consume anything. Consume water. Because by having a high fitness level and you fed your body all day long, what you're going to do is when you go to bed, your metabolic rate is going to just go into crazy mode and start burning that fat off your body, because you don't have any calories in your system, in your stomach, in your intestines to feed the body. So now your body is going to start ripping off the fat that you have. It's going to start converting that stored energy into usable energy. That's the basic science of your body. Now, what I do for diet, I haven't really followed the P90X plan. I looked at it and I figured out the information in it, but I never actually followed it. I do have the club membership, and I do occasionally look at the meals. It's a beautiful thing, and I'm just going to recommend this for anybody. If you don't understand diet in any way, if half the stuff that I have said to you has blown over your mind and you're sitting there completely dazed and you have no idea what I'm saying, you don't understand a calorie deficit or calorie needs or how to calculate your calorie needs or anything like that, I can help you with that. But what I suggest you do is you get in the Beachbody Club. It costs $38.87 for you to get signed up every 3 months, so it's roughly $13 a month. The reason I say this is not to try to sell it to you. I'm saying this because it's going to take a lot off your mind, because your diet is just as important as your fitness. And if you're doing P90X especially, you're working out 6 days a week. You're busy. So to have to try to figure out your diet and everything at the same time can be just overwhelming to some people, and a reason why some people might quit. So if you get in the club, the major thing that you get, there's a lot that comes with it, but the major thing that you will get is the custom meal planner. This will allow you to figure out your calorie needs based on your body type. It will give you custom meals. It will tell you what to eat for the 3 meals and your 2 snacks every single day. You can print out a shopping list. You can go to the store and buy everything on there. It gives you the quantity. You go to the store, you buy the stuff, and all you do is every day you log on, you look at what you need to eat for the day. You've already used the shopping list, so you have all the supplies, and you just create the meals. So you've got everything laid out for you. It tells you the calories. It tells you the protein intake, and that's my next subject where I want to move on to.